She thought it was just another ordinary Tuesday. Wake up, coffee, commute, the usual grind. But a single misplaced file, a conversation she wasn't supposed to overhear, changed everything. Suddenly, the world she knew, the life she had carefully built, started to crumble, piece by piece. It was like pulling a loose thread on a sweater, and now the entire thing is unraveling at an alarming speed. What began as a simple curiosity, a gut feeling that something was off, has now plunged her into a rabbit hole so deep, she's not sure she'll ever see the light of day again. Her entire reality flipped upside down, literally overnight. The people she saw every day, the colleagues she shared lunch with, the friends she confided in, their faces started to look different, like masks hiding something sinister. Every smile seemed forced. Every reassuring word felt like a carefully crafted lie. She started noticing the little things, the hushed conversations that stopped the moment she entered a room, the quick, knowing glances exchanged between people she trusted, the sudden late-night meetings she wasn't invited to. It was a maze of deception, and she was trapped right in the center. The more she dug, the dirtier her hands got. Each clue she uncovered, each piece of the puzzle she thought she'd solved, only led to more questions, more confusion. It was like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube in the dark. She'd find a password, and it would open a folder full of encrypted files. She'd decode a message only to find it was a riddle leading to another, more complex one. The truth was buried under layers and layers of deceit, and with every layer she peeled back, the stench of betrayal grew stronger. She confronted her boss, a man she'd admired for years, and his calm, collected denial was more terrifying than any angry outburst could have been. She reached out to her work best friend, the one she'd told everything to. But the look of panic in her friend's eyes told her she was on her own. Every person she thought was an ally revealed a hidden agenda. The betrayal wasn't just professional, it was personal, and it cut deeper than any knife. She was navigating a minefield, and every step was a gamble. Then came the biggest twist, the one that shattered her completely. The danger wasn't from some shadowy organization or a faceless enemy in a dark corner of the internet. It was closer, much closer. It was in her home, in her life, wearing familiar faces and speaking with familiar voices. The people she loved, the ones sworn to protect her, were the architects of her nightmare. The realization hit her like a physical blow, knocking the air from her lungs. How could this be? The foundation of her entire life was a lie. Her own family, her closest confidants, were all part of it. The casual questions about her day weren't just small talk. They were intelligence gathering. The helpful advice was meant to steer her away from the truth. The comforting hugs felt cold, suffocating. She was a pawn in a game she never even knew she was playing, and the players were the people she shared her life with. The sense of isolation was absolute. There was no one left to turn to, nowhere to run where they couldn't find her. Now her life is a ticking clock. Every shadow seems to hold a threat. Every ringing phone sends a jolt of fear through her. She's constantly looking over her shoulder, replaying every conversation, every interaction, searching for the moment it all went wrong. Time is running out. The web is closing in, and she knows they won't just let her walk away with their secrets. She has to make a choice, and she has to make it fast. Who can she trust when everyone is a suspect? The next dramatic turn in this story could very well be her last. She has to be smarter, faster, and more ruthless than the people hunting her. She must use their own tactics against them, turning their web of lies into her shield. The innocent woman from that ordinary Tuesday is gone, replaced by someone hardened. Someone who understands that in this game, trust is a luxury she can no longer afford. Her survival depends on figuring out the final, shocking truth before it's too late. The climax is approaching, and it promises to be an explosion of secrets and consequences. Don't go anywhere, because what happens next will leave you breathless.